Mesopotamian mythology. Top 10 most mysterious, interesting and significant figures. 1. Tiamat. In Mesopotamian mythology, Tiamat is a primordial goddess of the ocean, embodying the chaos of primordial creation. Described as a colossal and formidably powerful entity, she represents both the beauty and the terror of the sea. Tiamat is often depicted as a dragon or a sea serpent, showcasing her immense power and her role as the symbol of primordial chaos. Her presence in mythology is pivotal, as she is involved in a cataclysmic battle with the god Marduk, which results in her defeat and the creation of the world from her divided body. Tiamat's narrative is a complex blend of creation, destruction, and rebirth, symbolizing the chaotic and nurturing aspects of the waters from which life emerged. Her legend serves as a cornerstone in Mesopotamian mythology, representing the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. 2. Pazuzu. Pazuzu is a prominent figure in Mesopotamian mythology, known as the king of the demons of the wind. This fearsome demon is often depicted with a combination of human and animal features: a humanoid body, a scorpion's tail, 2 pairs of wings, the paws of a lion, and a canine face with bulging eyes and a snarling expression. Despite his terrifying appearance, Pazuzu is not purely malevolent. He is often invoked for protection, as he holds power over other harmful spirits and demons, particularly those associated with the west wind, known for bringing famine during dry seasons and locusts during rainy seasons. Amulets and statues of Pazuzu were used in ancient Mesopotamian rituals to drive away evil spirits, safeguarding households and pregnant women in particular from the malevolent goddess Lamashtu. 3. Anzu. Anzu, also known as Zu, is a mythical creature in Mesopotamian mythology, often depicted as a massive bird of prey with the head of a lion and enormous wings. This creature is synonymous with the storm cloud, symbolizing both the thunderous power and the protective rain bringing aspects of the storm. Anzu is famous for stealing the Tablet of Destinies from the god Enlil, which grants him immense power and disrupts the order of the universe. His theft leads to a series of conflicts with the gods, notably with the hero god Ninurta, who eventually defeats him. Anzu's narrative highlights themes of power, rebellion, and the restoration of cosmic order, making him a significant figure in Mesopotamian lore. 4. Humbaba. Humbaba, also known as Hawawa, is a notorious monster in Mesopotamian mythology, famously appearing in the Epic of Gilgamesh. This giant creature is the guardian of the cedar forest, a sacred realm of the gods. Humbaba is described as a terrifying being with a lion-like face, large, glaring eyes, and a body covered in thorns or scales, emitting a fearsome aura that paralyzes those who dare approach him. His roar is said to be a flood, his mouth is death, and his breath is fire, making him a formidable opponent. Humbaba's role as the guardian set by the god Enlil underscores his sacred duty to protect the forest, which brings him into direct conflict with Gilgamesh and Enkidu during their quest for fame and glory. 5. Marduk. Marduk is a central deity in the Babylonian pantheon, often associated with creation, water, vegetation, judgment, and magic. He is depicted as a tall, imposing figure with a beard, carrying a bow and a mace, and often accompanied by a dragon, symbolizing his mastery over both land and water. As the patron god of Babylon, Marduk's rise to prominence is closely tied to the city's political power. His most famous myth involves his battle with Tiamat, where he defeats her and uses her body to create the heavens and the earth. This victory elevates him to the position of the head of the Babylonian pantheon. Marduk's story symbolizes the triumph of order over chaos and is central to Babylonian religion and culture, reflecting the societal values and cosmological views of ancient Mesopotamia. 6. Ishtar. Ishtar, one of the most complex and revered deities in Mesopotamian mythology, is the goddess of love, beauty, sex, desire, fertility, war, combat, and political power. She embodies dualities. Her domain encompasses both the generative and destructive aspects of life. Often depicted as a fiercely beautiful woman, Ishtar is associated with the planet Venus, symbolizing her role as the deity of love and war. Her symbols include the lion, the morning star, and the 8-pointed star. Ishtar's most famous myth is her descent into the underworld, seeking to usurp her sister Ereshkigal's throne, which highlights themes of love, loss, and transformation. Her worship involved sacred prostitution, where her followers would engage in ritualistic sex as an act of worship. Ishtar's complex nature and her influence over so many aspects of life and society make her a central figure in Mesopotamian religion and culture. 7. Enkidu. Enkidu is a key character in the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the earliest known works of literature. Created by the gods from clay to be a counterpart to Gilgamesh, Enkidu embodies the untamed, natural world. Initially living among animals, he is introduced to human civilization by a temple prostitute, Shamhat, who teaches him about the ways of humans. Enkidu's transformation from a wild man to a civilized individual represents the journey from nature to culture. He becomes a loyal companion to Gilgamesh, accompanying him on his quests and adventures. Enkidu's strength rivals that of Gilgamesh, but he also brings wisdom and moderation, balancing Gilgamesh's impulsiveness. His death, a punishment from the gods for his and Gilgamesh's hubris, profoundly affects Gilgamesh, leading him on a quest for immortality and providing a poignant exploration of friendship, mortality, and the human condition. 8. Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, the hero of the Epic of Gilgamesh, is a semi-mythical king of Uruk and a central figure in Mesopotamian mythology. His character is a blend of historical and mythological elements, making him a larger-than-life figure. Described as 2/3 god and 1/3 man, Gilgamesh is endowed with extraordinary strength, courage, and beauty. His early reign is marked by tyranny, leading the gods to create Enkidu, who becomes his closest friend and ally. Gilgamesh's adventures, including the slaying of the monster Humbaba and the Bull of Heaven, are legendary. The death of Enkidu profoundly impacts him, setting him on a quest for immortality, which ultimately teaches him about the limits of human life and the importance of leaving a lasting legacy. Gilgamesh's story is a rich tapestry of themes including friendship, the quest for fame, the fear of death, and the search for meaning in life. 9. Ereshkigal. Ereshkigal is the Mesopotamian goddess of the underworld, a figure shrouded in mystery and fear. Her realm is the final destination for the souls of the dead, where she presides with absolute authority. Ereshkigal's domain is often described as a place devoid of light, where the dead eat clay and dust. Despite her fearsome reputation, she also plays a vital role in the cycle of life and death, embodying the inevitability and permanence of death. Ereshkigal is central to the myth of Ishtar's descent into the underworld, where she is portrayed as both a rival and a mirror to her sister Ishtar. This narrative highlights themes of power, jealousy, and the balance between life and death. Ereshkigal's character adds depth to the Mesopotamian understanding of the afterlife, emphasizing the importance of respecting the dead and the laws of the underworld. 10. Adapa. Adapa, a figure from Mesopotamian mythology, is known as a wise man, a priest, and a sage, serving the god Ea, Enki, in the city of Eridu. His story is most famously told in the myth, Adapa and the South Wind, where his intelligence and wisdom are highlighted. Adapa, through his wisdom and knowledge granted by Ea, breaks the wing of the south wind, leading to his summons before the supreme god Anu. Despite being offered the food of immortality by Anu, Adapa heeds Ea's advice and refuses, missing the chance to gain eternal life for himself and, by extension, for humanity. This story is often interpreted as a reflection on human mortality, the limits of human knowledge, and the relationship between humans and the divine. Adapa's character represents the archetype of the wise but fallible man, whose actions have lasting consequences for himself and for humankind. Mesopotamian mythology, originating from the ancient civilizations of Sumer, Akkad, Assyria, and Babylonia, is a rich tapestry of stories and deities that profoundly influenced later cultures. Central to this mythology is a pantheon of gods who embody natural forces and societal aspects, like Anu, the sky god, Enlil, the god of air, and Ishtar, the goddess of love and war. Epic narratives, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, explore themes of heroism, mortality, and the human condition. These myths often explain natural phenomena and cultural rituals, reflecting the Mesopotamians' deep connection with agriculture and the forces of nature. Temples and ziggurats were significant in religious practices, serving as bridges between the divine and earthly realms. This mythology, inscribed on cuneiform tablets, provides invaluable insights into ancient Mesopotamian beliefs, societal structures, and their lasting legacy on Western civilization. For more videos like these, please like, share and subscribe, and please press the bell icon.